This is Mary at the.meri.atelier, and today is Monday, October 14th. It's almost the middle of October. Good morning. Good morning, YouTube. Wake up. It's time to get up and do some art. Yeah. I'm a little bit early this morning. Let's have some coffee. Oh, that was good. Okay. So I have several things I need to get done. And first of all, I need to get envelopes ready for mailing. I did not do much art other than my little standalone videos today or this weekend. So I'm going to start out by stamping the borders with this leafy stamp. Yeah. Why my camera is jumpy when I first start, and my microphone, I kind of have an idea that why it's not up to par, but I'm saving. Hi, Sandra. Good morning. I'm saving for a new microphone. Figure out what way is up here. I think it's this way. And I'm just going to go around the borders here. And stamp my envelopes. Hi, Nancy. Good morning. These are for the ATCs that I did the giveaway on Friday night. I meant to get everything done this weekend, but you know what? On weekends, I kind of slow down a little. I think that's just kind of ingrained in me. I didn't go any place. I wanted to. Well, the stamp will go there anyway. Should I do the back of it too? Let's do it this way. Oops. We're going to have to. Yeah. Let's grab this envelope. Oh, thank you, Nancy. Sometimes I think you guys are going to get overloaded with art from Mary. Hi, Teresa. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What are you all up to this morning? You're up bright and early. Even for the East Coast, you're up bright and early. It would never be overload. You're being too kind. But you know what? I enjoy doing it. I slow down a bit trying to get things out, but now I think I'll put, that's the sunflower. Let's put the pumpkins. Let's put the pumpkins on the front. There we go. Oh, let's do one on the back. I think he's going to fit in there too well. And I got the gnarly owl here. Those are the ghosts. Here's the gnarly treed owl. Hi, Ray. Good morning. Hi, Sandra. Did I say good morning to you? She said I couldn't sleep, but not up. Going into my art, but not up to going into my art room yet. Well, I understand. I had to make myself get up because I wanted to sleep in. Shall I put the ghosts up here? Where's that piece of paper? We'll just do this up in Halloween. They aren't going to really fit. Maybe just do one. Oh. Well, let's try something here. I don't know how this is going to work, but we're just going to fill this area with ghosts. They're hunting the envelope flap. Oops. Should have started from the other way. Boo! All right, there's one. I've got 8 of these to do. Oh, dear. I better get at it. I better get at it if I'm going to do it. I'll have to run to the post office today, get these things mailed. I always feel better. Once I get them in the mail, I feel, oh, what an accomplishment. I got them done. That one got a little off there. Now, I don't know if I want to put that flap on there. If I'm going to have the ghost. Let's try the ghost first and see what happens. I would giggle if I received something like this in the mail. I hope they giggle. What is Mary doing? House is haunted. Oh, dear me. Let's do the owl. And the pumpkin. Pumpkins are going to go on the front. Well, he messed up a little. See if I can. Hi, Susan. Good morning. Hi, Cheryl. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Lisa. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Anne. Good morning. Janet's here. Good morning, Janet. Welcome to everybody who's coming in. Hi, Santa. Good morning. Good morning. We would get it, Mary, about sleeping in. Oh, dear. You would get it? I thought about everything I needed to get done in here today. Like these envelopes. And I thought I better get up and go do them. Get them mailed out. Get them mailed out. This envelope flap is haunted. Before the alarm went off, but I was sure tempted to go right back to sleep again. I was tempted. I was tempted. Susan says, seems like we haven't been together in a long time. Nice to see everyone. It's just a long weekend, I guess, Cheryl. Or Susan. I did a lot of fussy cutting this weekend. I should have got out and went shopping or something. I should have come in here and worked on all my art is what I should have done. I got a little light in there. Oh, dearie me. Where did my... Let's zoom in. Owl in the tree. I was thinking this weekend of what I could do. Well, I know what I want to do for Carve December. I want to do illustrated alphabet and words, I think. But I'm trying to think what I wanted my alphabet to be something that will work in 2020. I don't want it to be a Christmas alphabet. So I'm trying to think of a theme for my alphabet for 2020. And I go back and forth and back and forth. Whether I want it like a one that I can find out on the internet, or if I want to try to do my own. I'm not going to do the tatting. That's not what I want to do. And I think I'm going to make them either 2 inches or 1.5 inch squares. But I'm going to do my words on erasers. Oh, I have big plans. Just like Inktober. I've been thinking I'm going to change my ways for Inktober because I'm stalled out on it. And I'm feeling guilty that I'm not doing anything. However, I'm not that far behind if I count my postcards as Inktobers. And I was sitting here this morning as I was getting these envelopes out and thinking I should do Inktober drawings on envelopes. I'll bet I could get them done. I bet I would be motivated. And if I could catch up, today's the 14th. If I could catch up, and I might change my theme too, to something a little simpler if I'm going to do it on an envelope. And I'll bet you I could catch up if I did 2 a day, because it's only the 14th and there are 31 days. And I think the goal is to do 31 and 31 days, to do 1 a day. But if you can't do it every day, and I obviously got behind, I lost my mojo on them. So I'm thinking I'm going to change my tune and do ink on envelopes. Maybe I'll do that, start it this afternoon. That would get my motivation back, I think. But now I have to think what I want to do. I'll have to give that some thought. Yeah. And also, I'm finding that if I don't bind my journals, I have flat paper to work on. I like that. But I also don't take it into my recliner and write as much as I did on the other months where I had the journals bound. So I think in November, I'm thinking about November's journal. I think I'm going to go ahead and bind it at the first of the month. So I have a writing journal too. One, 2, 3, 4. I'm halfway done. Oh, dear. Get a move on, Mary. Yeah. What are you guys saying? You're drawing beetles for Inktober. You know, I need to go out and you're putting them on Instagram, man. I need to go out and I wrote down your Instagram, and I don't think I went out there and followed you. I need to get out there and follow you. This one has something on the eraser here. Did it on these? Not on that one. No, just started, I guess. Must have been a little shaving thing. So, beetles. I'll bet you're doing a bang up job with them too, Anne. I don't know. I lost my mojo with those vintage things. And I think envelopes, if I did a little ink drawing on every envelope, that I think I could catch up and keep up. But I have to think of it, what I want to do. Just do something simple, not make a big deal out of it. I think that was the problem that got me in trouble. I always jump in the deep end. Oh, I can do this. I can do this. Well, I can, but can I keep it up? Oh, I'm thinking I'd have to splatter on the envelopes. I'd have to splatter gold on the envelopes to keep up with my splatter gold. on the pages. That was the fun part. Splattering the pages. But that wouldn't be too hard. Yeah. You would have to get some happy people to get those Inktober envelopes. I could give them away, couldn't I? and have to find and have to think what I want to do. Oops, that one got down a little. Let's color this in. Excuse me, I'm just giggling at those ghosts. Ah, coffee. Sure, a lot of people are calling in sick today. Bugs are not pretty, Cheryl says. And says, I bought a book on beetles at a garage sale. What inspiration. NASCAR was rained out yesterday, so it's on later today. Oh, Nancy says, I love my little dolly. She's right here. So Ray must have sent her a little dolly, artsy. Some beetles have pretty colors. I'll bet they do. Anne C. Lar. Okay, Anne. You know what? I'm going to go out there right now and follow you. Oh, let's go look at Anne's. If you don't mind, Anne, go look at your beetles. There you are. Oh, look at these. These are wonderful. Oh, wow. Let me get my... Yeah, I'll just get rid of it there. Come on. These are wonderful, Anne. Oh, wow. Can you guys see them? I can't see if you're seeing them or not. Let's go back to my YouTuber thing. And, well, I can't do that. There. Now, bring that down. Come on, get down there. Well, go up there then. Wow. These are nice. Oh, and you put the length, the range, what kind of a beetle it is. See, now this is what Inktober should be. Look at this. These are really nice. I don't know if you guys are seeing them, but you're doing a great job, Anne. This one looks like he's pulling his hair out. Little guys. Aw. They look like aliens, don't they? They look like little aliens. They're cute when they're just sketches. You see them crawling across the floor. They aren't so cute. Ooh, this one's spooky. You're doing a great job with these. These are wonderful. Oh, look at this one, showing all the insides. Oh, wow. Those are cool. Now you got some other things out there. I won't go through all the other, but now I can follow you. All right. Oops. There we go. Janet, it's let me type it in. I don't know if Anne heard you. That's Anne's Instagram. It's Anne with the ECLAR. Way to go. Cheryl says, I have not looked at a beetle that close to see the colors. Cheryl, I'm not getting that close to any beetle. Yeah. They do have some pretty colors. Oh, I don't know about that, Ray. They're just fun little stamps. They're just fun little things I do on erasers. Nancy wants to know, Anne, if you're including a VW beetle. I haven't forgot your VW, Anne. I'm just waiting for December. I'm going to have to put a 2019 instead of a 2018 plaque. I was looking at the envelope that I did for, it's all ready to send. I'm a bad person. I haven't sent it, but I was looking at those elephants that I did for Barb, and the little plaque on there says 2018 on the snow globe. And I'm going to have to paint over it and put 19 on it. You're doing great with Inktober, Anne. Very nice. Very nice. Let's go ahead and put the edges on here. That was a nice break. I was getting a little tired of doing these envelopes. I like how they turn out, but it gets a little tiresome doing the same thing. One or two, but 8. And then I've got a larger one for that tag that I gave away. But I want to get them off in the mail today. I don't want to dawdle. When I dawdle with it, I don't get it done. And then I feel guilty. And then I start making excuses. Just go do it. I've only got 2 left to do. And the one for the tag. Oops. Well, I didn't say they were perfect. I don't think I watched any movies this weekend. Maybe one on Friday. I might have watched a movie on Friday. I'm stuck on watching those free YouTube movies. Then they try to get me to buy a movie. I'm going, I can't afford to buy a movie here and there and there and there and here. All that buying of movies I could spend at the thrift store. And this is the week I get to go to Hobby Lobby this week. I don't have a lot that I want. I want to get some rubber cement. I think I'll look for some more ink, but I don't want acrylic ink. So I might have to see if they have it at the office supply store. And I need to stamp some of these stamps up. I think it's both Holly and Cheryl. I don't know who the other winner was. A couple weeks ago, I had a giveaway with stamped images. And you know, those sheets are still sitting on my desk. I stamped half of them, and then I said, I'm going to stamp the other half, and I set them aside, and there they sit. There they sit. But the good thing is, in the meantime, I'm getting more stamps. So if I re-stamp them, and I want to stamp a sheet of stamps for Suzanne. So I got lots to do. I have no business turning over and going back to sleep. Oops, that middle one, I always move it down too far. Yeah, I'll draw them back in. But I want some rubber cement, and I wanted something else. If I don't write this down, I forget. Ink. Now, when I go to Hobby Lobby, well, I run my errands. I pay all my monthly bills, my phone bill, and my storage bills, and all of that every month. My insurance. Get that all paid. And then I go shopping. I don't do bad. I didn't do too bad last month. Okay, I know I'm going to do envelopes, but I don't know what I'm going to do on them. I would say illustrated alphabet, but I don't want anything really that's going to take me a lot of time. Maybe I don't know about that either. No. I want something I can do just right down in the corner. I'll have to keep thinking. Where's my bat? Come back. Are ladybugs a beetle? And Anne says, yes, they are. They're probably the prettiest beetle, aren't they? That one's a little light, but I'm not going to try to fix it. I'm thinking about Inktober. I love your beetles, Anne. You're doing a really nice job with them. Okay, one more of these, and then my larger envelope for the tag. The little ghosties. At least I'm getting my envelopes done. I get these mailed out today. Boo! One thing about using these eraser stamps, your hands get awful inky. I suppose I should put on some plastic gloves when I do this, but you can't feel what you're doing too well. Gotta do this side. And I got a couple postcards that I still need to mail from last week. One to Janet and one to Dars. I didn't have her address when I went to the post office. I've got it, but I don't have it. I didn't have it with me. And Janet, I wrote Janet down and then I put Janet in England. I moved Janet to England. So I correct Janet's address. Janet said, "Oh, if you want to pay for a trip to England for me, I'll go. Just put a stamp on me and mail me." I was reading an article where at one time they did try to send kids through the mail back in the oldie-goldie days. Put a stamp on your kid and mail them to your grandpa, to their grandpa. I suppose that's when they were delivering mail by stagecoach or whatever, not Pony Express. I don't think they could do it with the Pony Express, but all righty. And I know they put kids on trains. I know they had that orphan train. Sent all those orphans out west to new homes. Oops, wrong one. One more envelope for the tag, a little bit larger one. For this tag that I made. I need to put a tag tie in there. And I'm going to let his legs flop and his arms kind of flop. That's meant to be. And I got the postcards to send out here. So I've got a mailing to do today. I've got a mailing to do today. All right. So I'm going to put the ghosts this way, I guess. Oh, dear. What's inside? I don't have a haunted house stamp. I could carve me a haunted house stamp yet. And then I think I'll quit with the Halloween. Now one more little ghost coming off the side there. Now, I guess I put a pumpkin here. And an owl there. That owl has one big eye. A little flick in it, a little nick in it. Oh, I gotta do this side yet. It's getting there. This is my last one. I bet you guys are going, yay, she's about done. We can move on. I get more done in the mornings. I get more done in the mornings, art-wise. I don't get much. Oh, well, I get my doodles done on Friday nights, and we do those character maps. I have a bunch of things I want to do this morning. I'll never get it all done by 7:30, but oh well. Alrighty. Oh, I'm going to put the pumpkin on the front here. There we go. Okie dokie. Let me clean my grimy hands off. Yeah, I'll clean them off a little bit more here. Ew. That feels better. That feels better. All right. So now what I want to do is I want to take maybe this and let's color in the, oops, maybe a lighter one. Oh, I did that upside down. Oh, well. She'll have to turn the envelope upside down. That'll be a Halloween trick. It'll be a Halloween trick. I want to color the moon behind the owl. And I want to do that to all of these. Won't take but a minute. It won't take but a minute. And this one has that spot on that owl. Now all of these have that owl. Had a little something on my stamp right where the owl's one of the owl's left eye. This one-eyed was showing. It was the one-eyed owl. It wasn't a bad eraser. It was just nicked. I mean, not nicked. It was had a little speck on the stamp. This one does too. I'll fill it in. They probably all no, that other one doesn't. Just fun to do. Just fun to do. I have to tell you, stamping the envelopes is, even though it's taken me a little bit of time, it's a lot quicker than painting them. And I got some re-inker. And I'll get these off in the mail this afternoon. I have to go to the library today. Did I do the... Yeah. Just fun to do. A little fun. A little fun. Oh, dear. I'm going to, when I go to Hobby Lobby this week, I'm going to stop at the dollar store and get a bowl to put candy in, and I'm going to buy those kids real chocolate this year. That's my plan. Those kids need real candy, not this cheap stuff. Did I do that, Owl? Yeah. Now, I'm not done. I'm not done. I can't decide, though. What do I want to do here? I need to put these colors away. Let's see. I think I want, that's red. I don't want red. These may not be the colors I want. It. Squeaky chair, sorry. I'm reaching for my, let's see, I think I want the orange, but I don't want that dark green. Let's get a lighter green. Maybe this green? Yeah. Now, either an orange or a yellow, and I'm not sure which. This is the orange. This is the yellow. Orange. Yeah. It will be Halloween. It will be Halloween. So simple to do. And these These super tips, they go on so nice and even and fast. If I were a kid, I'd say, give me super tips, Mom. Get me super tips. Dee Dee Willingham says super tips. But they do color fast. So I just want the orange and the green. These are in my way. Let's get these others put away. And I'm going to look for a box to put my markers in. Because this one annoys me. I just haven't done it yet. I didn't get much done this weekend. Might have to go out in the yard today and work while I have the chance. Although, the thing of it is our leaves haven't fallen yet. I was watching Aunt Beck's video about all her pretty fall colors. I'm going, they're down south and they got more color than we do. We've still got green trees up here. What is the deal? Somebody's got their directions mixed up. It's supposed to be fall in the north before it's fall in the south. One more. There. And this would frustrate me if I were a kid. Alrighty, let's finish this. Let's finish. I think I'll go do all the green first and then all the orange, rather than change pins every envelope 2 times. That's how they'll look. There's one done. Just putting some color on fast here. It's kind of fun just to scribble the color on. You don't have to be an artist to do this. And you can still have fun. There's a green. I think on these boxes of hundreds, I think all they did was put in 2 colors of 2 pins of each color. I think if you can't find the box of hundreds and if you're looking for them, you might as well go buy you 2 boxes of 50 or 2 boxes of 30 or whatever you can find. You would probably just be as good off. I don't know if the 100 would save you anymore. But I think I don't think there are more different colors. I think they just put in 2 pins of each color in these boxes of 100. Oops, these aren't done yet. These need the orange. Yeah, get my mailing all done. Get my mailing all done. Hello to anybody who's come in. I'll stop and look at chat after I get these envelopes colored here on the edges. I have to do orange yet. These are just meant to be fun. Just meant to be fun. That's what you buy Crayolas for. Have fun. Have fun, Mom. Trying to think of things that we did for Halloween. Of course, we did trick-or-treating. We also did trick-or-treating for UNICEF. We had one guy in our small town who didn't like UNICEF. He thought that it was rubbing candy from the kids. You'd go trick-or-treat for UNICEF, and he'd say, all I got's candy. Put those pennies away. Oh, candy will do. We'll take it. His name was Happy. He was a good old soul. My older brother liked him a lot. Happy. He'd let us. That was when I grew up. My parents did not have a lot of money when we were growing up, and we didn't even have a TV when I was a young child. We didn't get a TV in the house until I was a freshman in high school. And when I was a young child, we didn't have a TV, and on Friday nights, Mom would put all us kids in the car, and we'd go over to Happy's and watch. Was it Friday? It's one night a week. We'd go watch Paladin and Rawhide. Happy'd let us watch Paladin and Rawhide. And then if Mom wanted to, we'd stay and watch Perry Mason. And what was the other show that was on? Gunsmoke. We'd watch those shows. Those were the days. Probably in the early 60s, 1960s. And then when I was in high school, my parents got a black and white TV. Oh, that was the thing. My dad was not totally for a TV in the house. My dad was a school teacher. He thought we should be reading books. And I was a reader. I read a lot of books when I was in high school. I wouldn't say they were all educational books. A lot of them were just novels. Can't even tell you the names of them, but I always had my nose in a book. Even when I went to school. It must have done me some good, although I can't tell you any of the names of the books. I did one of my college classes. I did biographies for my English project. You got to understand this was the 1970s, and our English teacher let us choose what we wanted to do for the whole year. I mean, this was revolutionary back then. And whatever we did as that project was what we got graded on in the course. This was a university course, but I chose a project on biographies of famous women. And then I read several biographies and then did reports on them. But I also don't think he gave letter grades like ABCDs. I think he just gave pass fails, and I got a pass. All that work, and I just got a pass, which was okay. I'm not really one for grading anyway, so I liked him a lot. I wish all my teachers could have been like that. Very few teachers I had at the college level that I liked. Of course, I was growing up then. I was finding out who I was. All right, let's do the orange. And then we'll be done with the envelopes. Really does brighten up this envelope, doesn't it? Makes it look like Halloween. Oh, I can hear my brother sneezing way in here. I get those sneezing fits. Sometimes I start sneezing and I can't stop. I mean, it's 5 minutes of sneezing. I'm really liking these envelopes. This one's upside down. I hope she's okay with that. I really do like how these color up the envelopes. Really adds some, makes them look like Halloween. Yeah. Oh, and then I was thinking about things we did for Halloween when we were kids. We went trick-or-treating. And then we got a little older, we had bonfires. You know, this is a small town back in the 50s and 60s. Had bonfires. I remember the bonfires. And I don't think we actually bobbed for apples, anything like that, but we did have soup suppers. Chili soups and potato soups, I think. Vegetable soup. We had a lot of soup suppers. In the summertime, we had ice cream socials, but in the fall, we had soup suppers. That was the big thing. Of course, then there were all the basketball games and that going on, which I really wasn't a big participant in the, I was in the pep club, but everybody was in the pep club. You sat on the bleachers and did cheers. So different age back then. A way different age back then. Of course, they do a lot of sports around here now. And I have to say, our local paper really does support the high school sports teams. All of them around here, all the small schools. And they take pictures of the kids and have the scores and do big sports sections, almost a big deal almost every week, mostly on the weekends. I don't remember us ever having a costume party, anything like that. Trying to think what we did in the fall for fun. Now, as in college, we had a hay rack ride, but I don't think we did that in high school. I remember a hay rack ride when I was in college. Oh, yeah. Those were the days. To be young again. I'm really liking this. Just got a few left here. I wonder what pigment they use in here because these colors are nice and bright. They're washable colors, but they're really nice, bright, and vivid. I'm just hoping that these envelopes don't get caught in the rain. They would be distressed envelopes. Just doing these envelopes make me think of what we used to do when we were kids for Halloween. Sitting here going down memory lane. I could stay home and color all day. I could have when I was a kid too. I like to color. There we go. Last one. Last one. Somebody's going to get Halloween mail. These are for those Halloween ATCs that I did on Friday night, the giveaways. So if you want an ATC, you're going to get an envelope. Okay, let's go look at chat. See what you guys that I'm not paying attention to. Come on, flip. I remember watching Romper Room and the banana splits. Hi, Sherry. Welcome, welcome. That was way back in the 60s and 70s. Yeah. Yay, Romper Room. Watch Romper Room, but we watch Captain Kangaroo in the mornings before waiting for the bus. Mr. Green Jeans and Captain Kangaroo. TP and trees, as Sanders said. Yeah, that went on. I have to say that probably went on. I didn't do that, but yeah, that went on in our neighborhood. We didn't get it. We didn't get away from that. Oh dear. Ray said, I was born and raised in D.C. We never did mischief night. Never heard of it. Yeah. Arlene says, my dad was an atheist, but he let us go to a big church for a costume party at Halloween. Well, that was good. I grew up in the Philadelphia area, and we did mischief night the night before Halloween. Now, I'd never heard of that, Sandra. We did harmless mischief, some egged cars. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My earliest TV memory was Captain Kangaroo. Yeah, that's what I watched a lot. That's what we watched a lot in grade school was Captain Kangaroo. Now, I have to say that really wasn't in grade school because we didn't have TV in grade school. It wasn't until high school, I guess, we watched Captain Kangaroo in the morning because we didn't have a TV till I was a freshman in high school. So we must have watched it when we were growing up. I was a little old to be watching Captain Kangaroo. My brothers were horrible at Halloween, Susan says. Terrible pranks and sometimes got caught. Cheryl said, I did Mischief Day? ? I have no idea what that is. Yeah, 62 or 63. I was probably in 4th or 5th grade, maybe 6th grade in 63, because that was the year Kennedy was shot in November of 63. And I know we were at our small town played a volleyball game. They have at a small town not far away from where we lived at the time, they had a girls' training school that where they sent girls who were troubled, and or even, were between. It wasn't really juvenile delinquent. It's just girls who needed a home, and we were playing them in volleyball, and everybody started saying that President Kennedy got shot, and we didn't believe it. We thought that they were trying to pull one over us. It was true. Good old TV in the 70s, Cheryl says. Yep. Books were my escape, Arlene says. I read a lot of books growing up. Yeah, I read a lot too, but I read a lot of novels. I read a lot of now I do remember reading the Nancy Drew mysteries, but I couldn't tell you what they're all about. I know she went around solving crimes. But I don't think my reading was guided into like the classics or anything like that. It was more novels, and I liked biographies. I would read those. Susan said, we had the second TV in town. Still had an outhouse, but we had a TV. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. My mom made popcorn balls for the kids. Yes, popcorn balls. You wouldn't dare take home homemade goodies now. That's true. That's true. Isn't that something, how something so innocent and good in a community gets, somebody has to come in there and put razor blades or rat poison or something in the candy for the kids, and it just spoils it. And or I get so mad. Yeah, no homemade goodies. You go buy your candy and make sure it's all wrapped up, in little packages. Perry Mason was cute. Ray said, I liked Peter Gunn. Anne says, we would decorate little milk cartons for UNICEF pennies. Yeah, Anne, that's what we did. And those little milk cartons for UNICEF. Trick or treat for UNICEF. Cheryl says, I always wanted popcorn ball, but no way. Susan says, I did the UNICEF trick or treat in 64 and 65. Susan says, crafters just want to have fun. That's all we really want. Okay, let's see what you're all talking about now. I was 12 in 63. I was probably around that age. Ray, you're probably about the same age as me. The Zoo Review was my first TV memory. The new Zoo Review. I don't know what that is. We never watched that. As a brownie, I was on the Gene London show, Sandra says. I don't know what the Gene London show is, but it must have been good. Just as my brother lit the bag of poo on the porch, the door opened. He got to clean that up. That doesn't sound good at all. I remember watching Romper Room and the Banana Splits. Let's see. What is Arlene saying? Hi, Whispering Cauldron. Good morning. Your name is Carol, right? Is that right, Whispering? Cheryl's going back to bed. Yeah, you have to take the candy to be x-rayed. The best house in my area gave out cans of soda. I never got any soda any other time, Sandra says. Well, yeah, Whispering Carol is, Cauldron is Carol. Hi, Carol. Those were different days back then, and in a small community, they generally trusted people. All I have to do to these is address them. Let's see, 3 of them are going out here, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I got these in order. Now I have to let me grab a hold of this. I need to make some little holders for the ATCs. I just fold paper. Let's see, I need 2 of them. Let's get some That's pretty. I think I'll do this. One. This is paper I got at Walmart. It makes good holders for the ATC. So you pay what, $5 or $6 for the pack. Let's see, I need one 6x6 for the tag. I'll do this one. Yeah. Come on, get in there. I just need to cut these in pieces here at 6. And cut this at 6. So I need 8, so there's 4. Yeah. And we'll have these ready to mail this afternoon. And then I need a 6x6 for the, I think I'm going to use this. Yeah. Because that tag, what did I do with them? What did I do with that tag? Well, we'll see after I get it cut here. And then I want to leave that one alone and cut this one in half. Okie dokie. So let's start with the tag. Let's see. The tag goes in this larger envelope. Fold it about like that. I need to get my bone folder. It fell down the crevice here between my desk and the cart. This really wasn't straight. I cut it a little. Trim it off a little. All right. So the tag is going to go in here. I have to put a ribbon or a string or something in it, and it'll go in here like so. like that. And ATCs are over here. And I numbered them. That's 5. These aren't written on. That's one I was saving. That's one that going to Holly. That's 4. That's 7. 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this one to Holly, and this one stays home with me. So what I do is I take a sheet, fold it about 3/4 of the way up, not quite 3/4 of the way, a little over 3/4 of the way up. And this is going to be, I need to write on these. Is that my Sharpie? It's not a Sharpie. Where's my Sharpie? Continually losing my Sharpie pen. What did I do with it? I'm going to have a special place for Sharpie pens. I had to get out a new package the other day. I have to get another one out of it. I don't know what I did with it. So this is number 1. I'm just going to make a little mark up here in the corner. And artist trading card. Halloween. And I'll just print my name and date it. And we're going to date it today, 10/14/19. And then I just sign it. And then that'll go in here. And I'm going to mark my envelopes too. I'm going to mark my envelopes. I'll put a number 1 up in there. So I know who got number 1 is the person that gets this trading card. And I wrote that down. Hopefully I can keep myself straight that way. So there's 1. That's ready for the mail, except for the addressing of everything on it. I know I'm boring you, but I'm getting stuff done. I'm getting stuff done. This is number 2. I had 2 up in the corner. Fold it, fold it, fold it, fold it. Come on. And take the card out and fold it. He doesn't want to fold good down in the corner. There's number 2. And we'll write 2 on the envelope so that I get it to the right person. Doing these mailings can take some time. They can take some time, but they're fun to do. They are fun to do. You can see why I'm slow with the Happy Mail. This is number 3. The envelope. That might be a little high. We'll see. This is number 4. This needs to be down just a little. I knew it when I was doing it. Yeah. Just little envelopes to hold the ATCs. Little folded piece of paper. There's 4. I'm about done. This is 5. I don't have to. Oh, you know what? I've got to. Well, I'll go back before 5. I need to put right on the back. And if I write while I'm seated at my desk rather than on my recliner, the writing is so much better. Halloween. And put my name. And it's 10, 14, 19. All right. That's 5. So 2 through 4, 2, 3, and 4, I need to write on the back. I think I wrote on the back of the first one. There's 5. 5. And put my name. And 10, 14, 19, and sign it. That's 6. Oops. Come on. We're almost there. This was 7. Halloween. Trick or treat. And 10, 14, 19, and sign it. There we go. That's 7. And then 8 really isn't a giveaway. It was for Holly wanted the black cat. So we're going to put H for Holly up here. H for Holly. And Mary gets to keep this one. Come on. Doesn't want to fold in the corner too well. There we go. Thank you for your patience while I get all this done. The happy mail will get out this afternoon. And I'll quit moaning and groaning about it. I'll do more. I'll do more. I got lots that I could do. I can moan and groan. I have a whole box of happy mail over there to sort out and send out. There we go. This one goes to Holly. We'll put an H up there. Really, I should put it up here because that's where I'll look for it. All right. So let's document mine while we're here. That'll go in my art journal. Halloween. And I should continue the bulk cards for, you know, instead of putting them in my art journal, but I like to put them in my art journal. I'll use those baseball cards for when we do swaps and pocket letters. All right, this one's mine. So, Holly. We didn't number that one. Did I not number these? I thought I numbered my envelopes. Oh, Mary. Well, this is 7. Honestly, 7. This has to be 6. I didn't number that either. 6. If I don't number them, I'll get mixed up who they go to. 6, 5. That one's numbered. I think 4, 3, and 2 I need to document on the back of the card. Just take a minute and I'll have it done. Halloween. $10, $14, $19. There's that one. There's 4. This was 3. I better write 3 up there. This is what takes the time. This takes some time, all this documenting and getting things ready to go. Doing the ATC is almost the easy part of it. $10, $14, $19. And this is 2, and I think this is the last one I have to document. Did I write Halloween on this one? I don't remember if I wrote Halloween on it. Yeah, I did. $10, $14, $19. There we go. Now all I have to do is address the envelopes. Well, I got to put a tag. I need to document the back of that tag and put a tag tie on it. But these are all ready to be addressed and sealed and everything. And these are all ready to go. Woo! And this is upside down. She's going to have to flip it this way. This needs to be documented. I punched a hole in it. Let's put a black circle around that hole. Like that. There. Shall we do that on the back too? These ATCs were made out of Tim Holtz ephemera that NEV sent me. And I just like sharing it with you guys in Happy Mail. So let's see, what am I going to put? Halloween tag. Halloween tag. Tim Holtz ephemera. And put my name. TheMeriAtelier. And sign it. Now, the only thing I have left to do on that is put a tie in here. So let me get up and go get something. And I'm not sure. Let's see if this will work. Now I have to reach. Oh yeah, one will work. We'll pull one of these. Let's see if I can just pull it out. No, I'm going to have to grab it. I got this tape ribbon. Come on. At the thrift store, not knowing what I'd ever use it for. Not knowing what I'd ever use it for. And it'll work perfect in one of these orangey colors. Will work perfect. Orangey and green. Maybe here's a bright orange here. And we don't need, well, we don't need a whole lot. Let's see what I can find here. Maybe one of the more goldy oranges. It looks orange until I separate it out. Then it looks red to me. This one. And we're going to use it. We don't need a whole lot. Maybe two of them now. Let's pull. Let's cut that. Yeah, come on, Mary. And then let me put this back to where I can find it. And then let's grab some of this. This maybe, yeah, kind of a black jute. Excuse me while I pick some scraps up off the floor. And pull my chair up to my desk. It's 3 feet away. All right. So what I want to do is put this. I want to make 2 of these like this. And it'll go in like that. And maybe a couple of the... I don't like this jute. I think they use this to bead with, though. Maybe a couple of those. So, see if I can get this in all in one. I might have to thread it and tie it rather than double it. I don't know if... Let's do one at a time. Let's do them one at a time. There we go. Now, this, I might have to put some glossy accents on it to get it to stay. It likes to untie pretty easy. Get in there. And get your finger out of the way. Oops. Pull that up a little more if I can. I don't want to. Yeah, that's not working. I guess I don't know. I don't like that. It slipped on me. Man, I don't think I'm going to do that. It's hard to control. Let me go get some black thread. Crochet thread. It's easier to control. Ouch. Ouchie, ouchie. I'm going to move this floor mat one of these days. I threaten it every time I walk across it. And I never get it done. All right. This we can do more. 4 of them. There we go. Hopefully, did I get them all? No, there's one other one in there. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Might have needed to do that a little longer, but I think I got it. A little bit easier to hold on to this thread. There we go. Might have been able to do the thread with the ribbon, but we did them separately. And then let's snip the threads. And then I'm going to snip the loop on the ribbon. Then I'm going to put some glossy accents on it before I put it in the envelope. Cut this ribbon a little prettier. There we go. Okay. Let's grab the glossy accents, and then I'll have to set this aside to dry. And then I'll move on to something else. Let's put a little bit of, maybe I should do it on the back. Glossy accents right in here, and right in there. And we'll just let this dry. And we'll set it aside. Let it dry, let it dry. Gotta put these away. What time is it getting to be? Now all I have to do is address and stamp. Let's put that away. What did I do with my needle? I'm buffering. Let's fix the buffer. Clear out all my notifications. Get rid of my YouTube. Come on. Get rid of that. Open up my YouTube again. Go to my live. There we are. Welcome to everybody who's come in who I didn't greet. 610. Okay. Bish Thompson's was better than Hogate's. I grew up in Adams, Morgan, and LeDroit Park. We ate in Adams, Morgan a lot. Did you ever eat fish at Bish Thompson's? The National Stadium is great. You talking about Washington, D.C.? Some of the best seafood restaurants in Annapolis have gone out too. Hi, Mark, if you're still here. You can send out 1,000 people floor scrap. Die cuts really make good, lots of scraps. Oh, Mark, that's funny. Hi, Journey. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. Thank you, Suzanne. Good morning, Suzanne. Floor scraps? I'm sending people floor scraps? Who's sending people floor scraps? Mark! That's not floor scraps or ATCs. For our wedding anniversary, we went to Hogate's in D.C. and had chocolate coffee with vodka. It was really good. That was a long time ago, Arlene says. Journey, good morning, Journey. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I think I saw it posted on Instagram. You're very welcome, Journey. You send me so many nice things. You deserved it. I'll bet the whipped cream flavored vodka would be good, but you don't drink. Grand Marnier would be better, just saying. Marcus in the house. He's talking about sending out people floor scraps. Oh, they're talking about drinking here. My goodness, you guys, it's morning time. Oh, you made some homemade mocha. That sounds good. Mocha in the coffee. Ray is passing out coffee. Thank you, guys. Sometimes I think I bore you when I do all this busy work, but it's done and I can get my mailings out this afternoon. All right, I can't scroll up anymore. I went to 5:33. Suzanne said good morning. Mary, would you use a stamp made for ATCs if you had it? Probably not, Suzanne or Susan, because I like to write mine out because, you know, I kind of write them according to what I do. So, and then I like to stamp my own little stamp on here. So don't send me one. I like to do my own little stamp here and then my own little jotting on it. I know it takes time to do it, but there you go. You guys are reminiscing today. Oh, Anne's been called in to sub for the biology teacher. Well, have a great day, Anne. They're lucky to have you to be on call. For the biology teacher, you can teach them all about beetles. Is that biology? Are beetles biology? Hi, Mina. Good morning, Mina. Hi, Patricia. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, and there is, I called her Pamela, but it's not Pamela. She said it's like Camellia, only with the P. So it's Pamelia. That is such a pretty name. Pamelia. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So let's move on to something else. Let me throw this jute away. It was frustrating me. I want to do something else this morning. What was it? What was it? Well, let's catch up on this. And, oh, I know, no, not this. I got some black copy paper, Richardson black art paper, two-sided, great for gel and glitter pens. There's 50 sheets. I got my YouTube payment, and I did, when I ordered those re-inkers, I said I'm going to try some of this black paper. I want to try Holly's gold Posca pen on it, see how it does. And then I got a couple of white signal pens. So when I get a YouTube payment, I like to, come on. I like to get art supplies with it. So you guys help me buy this stuff when you support my channel with just commenting and liking and sharing. I appreciate that. I don't do super chat or anything like that. Super chats for big channels that are in it for the money. I'm in it for the social part. I don't do the super chat stuff. And also YouTube takes 15%. I think you would be better off if somebody has a PayPal account, sending them the money via PayPal if they have a PayPal, because YouTube takes 15% of the super chat. And when I do my chatting, it's like I invite you to come over to my front porch and spend the evening, or and I go, okay, drop some money on your way out. That's how I feel about super chat. I'm not here for all but don't tell YouTube. They'll take away my monetization. I do like to be monetized, though. When I get my YouTube, it's all from AdSense. It's all from the ads. So I want to see if Holly's Posca pens will work on this. This is 18 by 20, I think it says. 18 by 20. So, and my, what is it here? 12 by 18. 18 by 20. 12 by 18. So my art journal is about 10.5 by 17. So I'm going to cut an inch off this way. Let's see, about an inch, 17, make this 17. Oh, this only goes up to 15. Well, if it goes up to 15, if it's 15, if this is 18, I only need an inch off of this. So cut it right there. Right? One. We'll cut it right here. Sorry, I'm thinking. They're not doing the hard stuff. Where's the number 1? Right there. All right, that should work. Because I want to fold this in half and put it in my art journal. So I can use that to experiment on. Now I want to put, this is nice, strong paper. This is a nice paper. It's almost as thick or better than thick than that cheap poster board that you get at the dollar store. So I'm going to fold this in half because I want to put it in my art journal. It's not going to be perfect, but where's my palette knife? Oh, I put it back in the water? No. Why did things disappear on me? Here it is. I use my palette knife as a bone folder here because these soft-handled scissors, well, yeah, no, they don't do it. So then this is 12, so I need to cut 1.5 inches off of this. This 10.5, 10 3/4 will make it. There we go. Oops. We'll cut it with the scissors here. All right. So this will go in my art journal. But before I do that, I want to experiment. I got a white signal pen. I have gotten those before. I've bought these before, but not for a long time. And I got this gold Posca pen from Holly, and I want to see how this works on here. Oh yeah, I think it works a lot better on here than it did on that Park Lane paper. On that Park Lane paper, it's just like it. I don't know. I don't like the Park Lane paper. So there's that. So let's try the pen here. Oh, these are good. So, what are you going to do on your page? What am I going to do for art? I'll tell you, one thing I used to do with a white pen and black paper was draw a doily. I used to start out in the center and just crochet a doily. Let's do that just for fun. Just for fun. Let's do it just to get started doing something. So I start in the center just as if you were making a ring for a doily if you've crocheted. And you can either just draw straight lines or you can do little wiggle lines. I like the little wiggle lines. And we'll do 3 of them in a sort of a cluster type thing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Maybe we'll get 5 of them on there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll squeeze these in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. This one could have come over a little. And then, shall I zoom in a little more so you guys can see better? Come on, did you zoom in? Yeah, I think you did, but did you zoom in? Yeah, we'll leave it there. You feel sorry for the YouTubers who always beg for money. Like, how bad off are those people? You know, I don't think Google is bad off. Now, I have to tell you, I hosted for about.com before it was about.com, and I hosted when it was the mining company too. And of course, now you have to consider this was in the late 1900s, 1998, 1999, 2000, and the finances in our country was a lot different than what they are today. A little bit more free with the money. But I made good money doing that. Just off of advertising, off of hits on the page. I made good money. Not fantastic. I'm mean, I didn't make millions or thousands in that, but I did pretty good. And I sometimes wonder about the advertising on YouTube. I shouldn't verbalize this maybe here, but I know I got paid a lot better from about.com just with advertising and getting hits on my page than I do on YouTube. But here's the thing. I do this for you guys. If I had to rely on the money, I wouldn't stick around with YouTube because it's, you just don't make good money. You make enough supplies every couple months. You can go shop for art, and that's really enough. I like the social part of it. It's you guys who make this YouTube fun for me. All right. So I'm going to put some picots in here. Picot. These little dots, they call them picots. What they do is they chain 3 and then they loop it back on itself, and it makes a little dot, a little thread dot. So there's the beginning of our thread crochet. And then between the thread picots, I'm going to put little loops. This is almost like doing a mandala, only you're doing it in thread instead of I should tell Barb that. You're doing it in thread instead of, you're doing it in ink. Let's see. This one gets a little bit larger. You're doing it in ink, but what I'm saying is you're not just drawing straight lines, you're imitating a doily. And it's almost like doing a mandala, drawing these doilies. Now I can come out this way, but what I think I'll do is come from here and let's make a big loop like this. Let's go like this and then draw. Now, this is not how you would crochet it. I mean, you could crochet it and have it look like that, but if you were actually crocheting this, you would probably crochet all of these around and then crochet this, and I'm not sure how you would get those in there. I'd have to think about it. But what I'm saying is when you're drawing a doily, you're not following the same path as if you were crocheting it. And those of you who crochet would understand that. Like, how did you do that with your hook? What you can do things with your pen that you can't do with your hook. So let's go out to a point here and a point there. Kind of have to make these the same because I'm going to go across this way and I lose track of it here. Let's see, this one. This one. I guess I'm doing okay. Yeah, I like this white pen. These are nice. These are worth the money. I think you pay about, at Dick Blick, you always get them on sale. I mean, you get a discount generally on things like this, just as if you were going to Hobby Lobby. Not everything is discounted. These happen to be discounted of probably about 50 cents. I think I paid about $3.50. I'd have to look at the. Am I doing that right? Yeah. Now this one happens to be larger, but I'm going to kind of loop him in a little. But the ink flows nice so far. Uh-oh, these are bigger than these. I might have gotten into trouble with that one. I got into trouble with that one's too big, but oh well. I've got an awfully wide space in there, and these are close together. But here's the thing. When you put a piece of doily, we put a doily down on your tabletop, and you can spread it out flat and it looks flat, but those threads, unless you stretch it taut and tight and keep it that way, your threads are going to naturally have a little bend to them. And that's why when I have things like this where that's really wide, I really don't mind too much, because there's a natural bend to some of this stuff. Now these are really small in here, and these are really big as far as the little triangle loops coming out. And I'm just going to hook them together here, and then I'm going to put some picots in here just to dress them up a little. So this is almost like doodling. This is almost like doodling. It's almost like doing a mandala. Only I think with mandalas well, I guess I'm not going to say, because I'm not a mandala person. I'll let Barb take care of all that explaining. So I got 2 around each one. I think I'll let these come down maybe this way and hook, and go up again that way, and come down this way and hook, and go up that way. And let's put a picot there. Let's put a big picot, a big fat one. And I'm just playing with it. I'm just playing with it just because I can bring this out a little bit more with my big fat hook, my big fat knot. And bring this one out a little bit more. And he comes up here. Let's put that knot right there, that knot there. Let's go down to this one. Put the knot there. And this is the one that is really too wide. I wonder if I could squeeze one in there. Let's squeeze one in there. It's like I forgot one in there or something. I think I can get one in there. I like that a lot better. And then let's bring this one up a little higher. Much better. Bring this one up a little higher. Now I have to bring, well, no, let's leave that one. Well, no, he needs to come up a little bit more. Bring my thread down there. So I'm just kind of playing with the pen, making it look like a doily. Yeah. Now see, this one really needed a dot in here. I'm just going to bring it down, and this is the one that I squeezed in. He doesn't have any place to land here. There. But in the end, your eye kind of puts it all together anyway. I need to be way down here. My camera needs adjusting. Let's see if I can move my camera. There. Oops. What did I do? Bye, Pamelia. Pamelia with the P. It's like Camellia, only with a P. A doctor appointment, Monday morning, Detroit traffic. Oh, be careful. Be careful. Have a good day. Have a good sleep, Cheryl, Susan says. What kind of pen? This is one of those white signal pens. It's a Uniball White signal. It's the broad point. It says broad point on it. It's the only one they had as far as the white signals. I don't think they had Dick Blick. I don't think they had different points on it. So let's see. What do I want to do now? Do I want to continue building out, or do I want to do another one and connect? I think I want to, I think I'll build out for a couple more rows. So let's come from the point here and come down and up, and maybe make this a little bit more round in these. And let's just kind of keep going here. Yeah, I already did that, but it looks like it needs another one. This needs to come way out here. And this one needs to come out further. So these have two. So I'm actually putting another row of loopy-doops on here. Loopy-doops. Some of them don't have room for another row, but that's okay. They can get squished together. Now you can do the same thing with a white fine line paint applicator if you have a mind to. But you don't have to do this stuff with a paint applicator. You can do it with a marker, with a paint pen, with these signal pens. Okay, I'm kind of liking that. So let's go put some more little picots. I like my little picots in here. They add the fancy to it. They add the fancy dancy to it. They fancy it up. Yeah, I think I got these on discount at Dick Blick. Oops, I meant to put in my little dots in there. There we go. And you just kind of keep going with that. What do I want? Do I want to bring these out more? I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I could kind of make a square and hook this in a square. I think I will. Let's get my ruler out. We'll make it look like it's in a frame, sort of. And I'm not going to be too fussy with this. I'm just going to draw a line about 1/2 inch. Come on, in. Yeah. What are you doing? There. And that's about an 1.5 inches. So I want to go down 1.5 inches. I want to go down to here. So that is 2 1/4 up. Come in 1/2 inch. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be perfect. Because as I said, if you set a doily down on a table, it's not going to lay perfectly straight. Those threads will still bend and let's see, I think I have a 1/2 inch over here too. About a 1/2 inch. Right in there. Now let's draw a line. About like that. I really like how the ink flows. And I like this black paper. I'll be using a lot of this now. I like the weight of it. I like that it's black on both sides. Nice paper. My lines probably aren't straight, but that's not the point. The point is just to get a square around it. All right, now I can work in from the square from here to here and just kind of work in my points. So let's just draw some squiggle lines. From there, and let's go from here into there. And I can work fancies around that. And I can do from there, I could actually do 3 in here. And actually I could do 3 there too. I'm not sure I like that, but let's do a 3rd one here. And now it's going to come this way. Sort of like this. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to be fun, but not perfect. Actually, I could do my Inktober on black pieces of paper, couldn't I? Now, I think I like the idea of doing them on envelopes. I'd be on all day doing these if I were doing them for Inktober. So scratch that idea. I guess I'll come in this way. These, the points down here, on these, the points are in there. Make it in here. Now, let's fancy this guy up a little. So, let's just start doing some crochets around here. How do I want to do this? Do I want to connect those? I think I do. Like that. We're actually going to come through this one and around over here. There we go. Now we want to do more in here, but let's put in some dots. Let's put in some picots because they are what makes everything pretty. All these little fancy dancy thread, even in the crochet, they're what fancy it all up. Okay. Now, I don't think I'm happy with this in here, but I'm going to leave it for now. I might need some red. If you get too many threads in one area, that's fun, but your eye needs a place to rest. So I'm going to leave these black areas in here just so the eye will have a place to rest because I'm going to continue out over this way, I think. And do I want to go like this? Come down. Yeah, let's do that. Let's work from the corner out here. Let's work from the corner. Now unless you had your thread stretched around something, if you were really crocheting this, there would be very little likelihood that you would actually crochet in the same way that I'm drawing it. You might be able to achieve the same design, but you probably would not stop here and then start working up there. So just because I'm drawing it this way doesn't mean that somebody who's crocheting it would crochet it the same way. That's what I'm saying. Let's see. Do I want to continue going that way? I don't think so. I think well, I want to come this way is what what do I want to do here? Let's do these. That might answer my question. Let's do another one like this. Maybe make it meet up there and come down here. Let's work in this corner. I really like how the ink flows out of this pen. Now, if I just slow down a little, this one's going to have to come up a little higher. I don't like this one. Okay, now picots. Let's do picots. They are what makes the fancy. I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone. Sorry. That's what happens when you crochet. You get to thinking about things. I can't even tell you what I was thinking about. I think I was thinking about you guys. And I was starting to think about what I was going to do for Inktober on my envelopes. I would like to do something like this, but it would take me forever. And I can tell you that I would quit. I want to do something relatively fast. I'll have to think about what I want to do. I'm going to change for those of you who didn't hear me before, I'm going to change my focus for Inktober. I'm in a rut. I can't get my mojo back on it. So I think instead of doing those postcards and big drawing, I'm going to do envelopes. And I'll do 2 of them. And if I do 2 a day, I think I can get caught up by the end of the month. Now, I think what I'll do, let's start at the point here and just kind of swoop like this. Yeah, I like that. And let's do the same here. Only make it go like that. And this will swoop. Oops, I wanted that to curve more. Well, all right. That's the way it went. I wanted this to be more like that, but oh well. So let's do, how did I do that? Start here and swoop. And swoop. They'll all be different. of course, that adds interest, I guess. Yeah. Swoop this way. They're not the same in every corner. The lines here are not the same. They should be for a nice design, but oops. This is fun to do anyway. There we go. Now, what do I do? Do I want to leave these as resting places? No, I don't think so. I think I'll loop some up like that and have some resting places in there, but so what I'm thinking is like that and like that. That. What did I forget one here? No, I didn't do anything in those four. Now I'll have to think about that. Yeah. Now, so I shaded this in. That's what I did different there. So see, I've got resting place, resting place, resting, 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 resting. Oops, not resting. This should really be black if I were. So what I could do is just go ahead and give your eyes no rest. I don't think I'd make a very good spider. I don't think I'd make a very good spider. I'd have a lot of twisty. An old fly would say, huh? What kind of a web is this that I got caught into? A tangled web of something or other. I wasn't born to be a spider anyway. I was born to be a human, a humanoid. I was born to be a humanoid, not a spider. There we go. Maybe, do I need to come out one more so you guys can see what I'm doing better? There. Sorry about that. I get to work and I forget that you may not be able to see what I'm doing. Now, I did this kind of without thinking about it. If I would have thought about this more, I would have had these kind of matching each other. The lines in here don't all go the same way. This one especially, I think, is different. But it's not too bad. I need some picots in here. Let's put them in random places. So let's put some picots in here, big ones. And we're going to let these black areas be where your eye rests. From such a busy design. Excuse me. Nah, I guess I have. Did I put? I didn't put. Oh, I did there, but I didn't in here. I like my little dots, my little picots. I think that's what makes it fancy. That is what makes it fancy. And they don't have to be perfect. They can just be little scribble dots. I'm certainly not perfect. My dots certainly are not perfect. See, the more you work on it, even though it's got what I would call mistakes, if I were doing this again, I would make sure that all of these corners lines in there were going the same direction and doing the same thing. But your eye kind of, sort of, just melts it all together anyway. But if you were studying it, you would go, huh? Am I still out of frame? I moved in close so you could see what I was doing, but I think I need to come out again. There. This is let's see, where are you guys are way ahead of me in chat. I've lost a lot of you. Bye, Teresa. Hi, Nettie. So I still want to, now I've got a half of an inch on each side here. That's not much room to do anything. but I've got more on the top and the bottom. So what I think I'll do is just a small, maybe call it a single crochet around the edge, maybe 1/4 of an inch. And this is going to use the ink, but I'm just going to do like a little scribble, and we're going to call that a single crochet. I'm going to do that around all 4 borders. I'm using the ink. I probably should have ordered 10 of these because I have a feeling that I'm going to be using what I got. These are nice pens. The ink just flows out of them. These are Uniball White signal pens. And it's a broad point. And even though the design, it doesn't coordinate in here, it kind of goes, each one of these little areas kind of do their own thing. It still kind of makes sense. Let's do the little white border around in here. Boy, it'd be nice if you could get refills for these. They're not that expensive as pen goes. I've seen pens that cost about $3.50 to $4 a piece. Nice pens will cost you that. That's kind of cheap for a nice pen, even with white ink. So I give these pens an A+. If I have to grade them. I'm not much one for grading stuff, but they're nice pens to work with. I would highly recommend them. I've used them before. I used them up in Madison when I've done art up in Madison, but I haven't used them down here since I've been down here to Nebraska. I decided to take a little of my YouTube money and buy about 3 of them. So I got more. And I bought this black paper to play with because I was curious to know, and I really like the black paper. It cut nice. It cut nice on that. Well, I used a different cutter. I used that black trimmer instead of the orange one, but it cut nice. That Park Lane paper didn't even cut nice for me. That Park Lane paper, though, I will have to say, I'll probably fold it and use it for card bases. See if I can get a card. So if you like to doodle, something like this would probably be up your alley. And if you like to do needlework or thread work, this would be up your alley. There we go. Now I'd call this done, except for I want to put some picots on the edges. That will finish it off. This makes it fancy. Just makes it fancy. Start at the top and work down. Could you imagine doing an entire journal with nothing but this type of work in it? And then take it in another step, and on some of those pages, take an X-Acto knife and cut out some of the pieces in here. And then if you cut out over here and you had white spaces around there, work white lines around those white spaces. That might be fun to try on a page. I don't know about a whole journal that way. It'd probably be a year-long project, couple-year project, depending on how many pages you put in your journal. Yeah, this is a white Signo Uniball White Signo pen, a broad point. I got this at Dick Blick. I think they were discounted. I think they were about 50 cents off, something like that. They didn't have a deep discount, but they were discounted. Or I probably wouldn't have got them. I always look for things that are discounted. The thing with doing that, though, if you get a lot of discounting stuff, if you don't get your shipping, free shipping, I don't think. You have to have a certain amount that's not discounted to get your free shipping. I think. Don't count me as that is 100% proof positive. All right. I think I'm done. I think I'm going to call this done. Well, I have the codes in there, but I didn't put any in here. No, I didn't put them around there, but I put them in here. There we go. Did I do all of those? No, I didn't do this one. I think I'm done. Like I said, if I were to do this again, I would change the way I did these points here. But I just did this off the top of my head, so whatever flowed out of my pen is what happened. Probably what it would look like if I crocheted it too. So that was fun. What time is it? 7:13. I don't have time to start another project. About all I got done this morning was my envelopes. I did a lot of doing on my envelopes here. My envelopes for my ATCs. I need to address them. And let's see, I should put some like that to show the back. Let's put these up here. Take this and put it there, I guess. Put the ghosts over here. And these have the ATCs in them that I did on Friday night. And I have my postcards I need to just address and put hello. I think I gave these away last Friday morning. Was it in the morning? Can't remember. But in here, like this one, this is the number. This is the third one. I cut the little sheets and made 6x6 paper here and just folded it and made a little ATC holder for it. And then I numbered them up there, and that corresponds to the number, the winning number. And that's how I know who they go to. So I just need to seal these and address them, and I can get them off in the mail today. And Suzanne, if you're still listening, I'm going to stamp off a sheet for you, but I'm still carving things. So I might wait till I carve a few more stamps. Let's move this stuff over. Maybe I'll move it. down a little. Come out one. Oops. Journey wants to know what kind of white pen that is. This is a Uniball White Signal pen, Signo, Uniball White Signal. It's a broad point, Uniball, UNI space BALL Signal, SIGNO, broad point, white. You can get them in black. And I don't know if you can get them in other colors too. You might be able to. I never really tried. I'm not one to want a lot of different color of ink pens. I don't do a lot of gel pen work. I like my white and my black. My color work, I like these Crayola markers, these super tip markers. Dee Dee Willingham kind of got me started on those. So there we go. That's what I did this morning. Okay, Suzanne, thank you. Yeah, because since I told you that I'd stamp off some from you, I've carved all my Halloween ones. I might carve a haunted house yet, and then I might carve some Thanksgiving ones. So if you're patient. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for keeping me company this morning. I got my mailing ready to go. So that was the main thing. That's on my mind. The other thing that's on my mind is Mitzi's football player. So slowly I'm working through things. Hi, Joe Beth. Welcome to the new people who's come in. Joe Beth Sexton's Crafty Cauldron. Hello, hello. Nettie's in the house. Journey's here. Arlene's in the house. Ray, Patricia, Susan. Susan's been doing very good host work this morning, greeting everybody and saying goodbye to everybody. And there's Violet. Thank you, Susan. Violet says, Mary, check your email as I sent you a picture of my latest square. Oh, cool. Cool, Violet. I will do that. Teresa was here. She had to leave. Oh, thank you, Arlene. Yeah, I think it's the white against the black. That white signal pen really makes this show up. And as I said, if I were doing this again, I kind of did this on the fly. I really liked what happened in the center, and I like what happened on these points until I started filling them in. And then I lost track of what I was doing. I actually, I got these, I call these black areas resting spots, but there should have been a resting spot here, in here, maybe. And I kind of goofed up in there, but that's okay. And then these lines go the same way, but this one's different. And then this one is different than that one. So if I were really designing this for a real piece, I mean, not a real piece, not a thread crochet, but if I were doing this for like a magazine or even a giveaway, I would want all of these to, like on a mandala, to look alike and coordinate with each other. I did pretty good in here. I like this area, and I even like the border. So Dee Dee Willingham will be on in about 10 minutes. So I'm going to tell you all to have a great day. It's going to be a pretty day here in Nebraska. Yay! I might go out and do a little yard work. I need to get out and get some fresh air. I've been inside all weekend. I haven't been out. So I'd like to go shopping, but I think I'll save that for Wednesday. I have to pay bills and everything on Wednesday. So everybody go out and have a wonderful day. Go out and enjoy that wonderful world of color that we have out there. And if you're like me and don't get out, well, enjoy your art room. What else can I say? Oh, I did not play too much with the Posca pen, but I did test it on this paper and it works nice. So I might be doing more with the gold Posca pen that Holly sent me. All right, everybody. Go do some art. Bye. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye.